up, guys? Welcome back. So, Asmodeus was pushing me for a reason. Sometimes we need to get to a place spiritually, and he was micromanaging, so I would get angry and rebel. He needed me angry and rebellious so I could go on to the next stage in my life and in my spiritual growth. And the Cliff Notes version is we all deconvert at our own chosen speed. Most of us came from a religion vastly different than what we do now. And it would be against the interest of those religions to go, yeah, we really messed with your head as a child. You need to go through some 12-step abuse program so that you can be a normal human being. That is against their best interest. So what Asmodeus had me do today is the garbage for a lot of stuff. Now I know some of you are fainting and clutching your pearls, but for one, before they got all culty, more than they are now, old-time Catholic priests would have told you a statue is just a statue, paper is just paper, just pitch that shit out. Now they have a super culty response to all this stuff, and you would think that if you didn't desanctify it the proper way or something, that you would open a portal to hell. Apparently my garbage can is a portal to hell now. You're welcome. I got cheers and laughter packer. The moment I saw I wasn't allowed to just pitch his stuff out, I was like, guess what we're doing today? And Asmodeus is all happy. We re-sanctified the house. We got rid of all the Catholic bric-a-brac. There wasn't actually a lot, but we got rid of it. And I feel a million times better. And we are doing what Asmodeus has said. He said, you guys stop keeping all this shit that you're keeping that, your mom can do fun in the afterlife without you keeping anything, and stop, painting your parents and seeing them through rose-colored glasses. They were horrible people for a good chunk of your life. Do not forget that. Demons have a very different view of the world than most people. Well, Lokean Odin would agree. So what we did is we stopped keeping stuff that, oh, because mom would have liked it, or oh, mom liked that. If I like it too and I truly claim it as my own, fine. But if I don't like it and I always thought it was kind of creepy, I got to get rid of it. So we're doing a lot of that. And that process will continue for a while, you have to make your life your own. You do at some point. You have to decide what your beliefs are, not what your parents' beliefs are, not what your family's beliefs are, and it's not easy. I hate it when people, whine at me like, oh, but it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. It's not easy. Why do you think demons are the ones assigned to do this stuff? Because the other gods will try, but the demons seem to be the ones that have a knack with it because for thousands of years they've been demonized by the church, so they are the ones who will come and take care of it. They're like, we're literally the experts in the field. Let us show you what to do to deconvert yourself, and they'll help you do it. And since Asmodeus is my patron, he wasn't even mad. He wanted me to rebel. He wanted me to tear down all this stuff and get rid of his VR temple and go, rah, and rebel and throw him out. That's what he wanted. He was aiming for that. He needed that rage so that I would just go through the house like this is some bullshit right here and get rid of all the stuff that, you don't even have to be a witch to know. For example, everybody's going to probably get different readings off of stuff because of your own personal filters. But say I take his coffee cup. Now this is my coffee cup, so I like this, and it used to be used in rituals for the Baron Samedi. So I like this coffee cup. Great energy for me. But let's say it had been used for something else. Let's say a terrible ant had used it, and it was toxic as hell. Throw that shit out. That's all you have to do. I don't care if it's a spiritual item. I don't care what the fuck it is. I mean, obviously don't throw an oxygen tank that you're currently using, but have some common sense. I got, yeah, back here, but throw it out. It doesn't matter. If something has so much negative toxicity attached to it, throw it out. Now, I'm not saying to throw out stuff you need, like, don't look a gift horse in the mouth and throw out food or something, even if the most nasty people in the world give it to you. And most nasty woman in the world called today, too. And she wanted to ruin my day. I could tell. She called during, it's kind of typical because I'm usually working on the channel or something, but she called while I was trying to do a video for you guys. And I could tell she was digging around for something like, why did I give her a cross? But she didn't have the nerve to say it, so I wasn't going to say anything about it either. I was like, at least I gave you a gift. You gave a candy bar. And she's the one that's always bragging on having money. Okay, that's the only reason I mention it. If that was all she had, that was most generous of her. But she's the one that's always bragging on having money to go on these little vacation trips and that they go on. Anyhow. She's bragging that she got out of the house and everything else, so I think she just wanted to rub it in my face, and then she tells me, because I could tell by the way she delivered it. She thought she would ruin my day. She said to me, "Well, that person from, up street." I said, "Yeah." She said they died. It was the I swear I was a Southern Belle in my past life because I said, "Oh, I see. How unfortunate." And that's sad. The people from the South are like, "You wanted to do backflips and shout for joy, didn't you?" She was a nasty woman. She was a nasty woman. I'm like, "Oh, she'd been a thorn in my side for decades. She's gone. I'm broken up. I am sorry." And she says, "Well, I don't, I suppose there's going to be a funeral." Like, am I going to go? Because Christians love to play the funeral game. I don't know why. I said, "Not with COVID, there shouldn't be. This woman just died of COVID. Do you want to go to her funeral? The schools are shut down. Have you seen her numbers? You're really not supposed to leave your house if you don't have to." And she wants to go to a funeral because she's reached the stage of she's rebelling and she's going out. She just doesn't leave the car, but she's going out for rides and everything. She likes to rub it in my face. And I thought, you keep playing with that roulette gun and it's going to go off, but I ain't going to say a damn word for you because I don't want to hear about being covered in the blood of Jesus or what you got going on. I'm covered in the common sense of Asmodeus, so now it explains why he keeps coming up with busy work to keep me in the house and why he's been plastering himself to the front door. And I looked at him after she told me that woman had died, and I said, "You are the best of the best demons." He goes, "Aww." So he's happy with himself, and we got rid of the holy water. We found it. I knew it was in the house somewhere. Found it, threw it out. I don't want that in my house now. For the record, it's not going to hurt them. Whether you see them as energy or former gods or whatever you see them as, it's not going to hurt them, but it would be just like if I had a water pistol on my table and we were talking and I just randomly picked it up and shot you in the face with it. You would be mightily pissed off and mightily wet. And that is all that would happen if you, for the record, if you hit them with, holy water or salt or something. You're not going to hurt them. You may piss off and offend them, but you're not going to hurt them. If you want them to leave, just ask them to leave and just ignore them if you don't want them there. They will eventually get bored and leave, unless, of course, they have decided they have nested. I knew Asmodeus hadn't left, even though I roared at him to get out of my territory. He made it way too obvious he hadn't left. And not in a mean or spooky way, just this is his territory. He dug a little Asmodeus nest, and I guess Satan's running around the house with a blanket on his head. The longtime viewers like, yeah, probably. And new time viewers like, what does that have to do with anything? There's a movie in the horror list. I should make it public again. But, he was happy that I actually got mad enough to destroy everything for the demons online. So the holiday playlist went. I'm sorry about that. Nothing on the channel went. But, he said, we can rebuild those things. We can rebuild them from the ground up, and it'll be even better because it'll be something new, and you'll be building it from a healthier place. So that went, a whole bunch of Pinterest boards went. He says, "Stop trying to deify your parents. They were horrible people for a good portion of your life. They were terrible and they abused both you and your brother. Don't you say that's okay." So demons are very empowering. Demons are like, this is some horse shit right here. So, he said, absolutely fucking not. He said, all that creepy ass angel stuff you got in this house, and it had nothing to do with it being angels. He said that you don't like and gives you the willies because your mom liked it. Out. Garbage. No. And we did that with some other stuff too. And we did it with the holy water. And we did it with a couple other pieces of bric-a-brac. He's staring at it, and you can tell his lips are curling back in distaste, and it has nothing to do with it being Catholic. He goes, "This stuff is creepy as hell. How do you Catholics do it?" And I said, we like to suffer. It's why our churches are kind of dark and moody. I mean, if you want a dark, moody, downer religion, just become Roman Catholic. Everything is suffering. You're going to hell just for breathing on the wrong day or some crazy shit. Or you'll be floating around in limbo with all the unbaptized babies. Look, he's like, is that still a thing? Yeah, I think so. Hell, my grandmother got a divorce, and according to old-time Catholic religion, she's burning in hell somewhere because she got a divorce. The man doesn't burn in hell, I don't think. The woman does, though. The woman, because it's her fault, of course, obviously. He's the one that cheated, and she married something even worse, but, what are you gonna do? Good old Catholic religion that I don't like so much. So that's one of the empowering things with working with demons and working with pagan gods. It's not, you guys know I'm not Wiccan, I'm not cut out for it. If you think a religion is stupid and toxic, you may say so. That doesn't mean we take a sledgehammer to every other religion we don't like an asshole. But it does mean if you think something's toxic and horrible, you can point it out and go, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you suffer like that? Because that God suffered first? Did you ask that God to do that? No, you did not. You did not ask him to do that thing. And, we've just basically been going through deconversion process, and it's been very uplifting and very empowering because you have to take your power back. Your power, if you're feeling powerless right now, it's not your fault. It was taken away from you as a baby when you were baptized, as a child when you were forced to go to church or Sunday school, as you were growing up, all these things were taken out of your power. I didn't want to go. I just about screamed the church down when I was baptized, so that should have told them something. And I got, yeah, and I have a lot of reasons to never go back to church. This all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving deity sure didn't do jack shit when my daddy was beating my brother or me. So yeah, it's like I don't believe in their religion. I don't. That I can still believe in the demons as a gift of grace from the demons, I suppose, but I usually see them more as old gods anyways, but it all works out however you see them. So we are doing good, guys, but it was definitely weird that she called me to chortle about that person being dead, and I looked at Asmodeus and I said, we're supposed to be the bad guys, and she doesn't even know about the Satanism thing, and he just shrugged. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.